Most people spend their entire lives waiting, waiting for the perfect condition, waiting for the right moment, waiting for support from those who never truly believed in them. They stand still at stations that were never meant to arrive, and time, relentless and indifferent, keeps moving. They glance to the side, hoping for a push, a pat on the back, a green light. They want their family to say, "Go for it." They want their friends to say, "I believe in you." They want the whole world to stop and applaud before they even take the first step. But here's the truth. That never happens. And even if it does, it doesn't last. Because no one can carry a dream that didn't start inside their own chest. Henry Ford didn't wait for applause when he decided to challenge the entire industrial model of his time. They called him crazy. They said horses were better, that people would never accept a machine on wheels. And what if he had listened? What if he had waited for support? The world would still be stuck in mud, limited by reins and hooves. He didn't ask for permission. He built. The support you're waiting for is a dangerous illusion. It's comfort for those who don't believe enough in themselves. While you're standing still, waiting for someone to push you forward, someone else is out there, bare-handed, breaking rocks, making mistakes, learning, building. And one day you'll look at them at the top and say, "They got lucky." But luck has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with not waiting. The mindset that builds empires is never the mindset of, "I need support." It's the mindset of, "I believe first." Because that lonely belief is what moves mountains and opens doors that don't exist yet. The world doesn't bend for those who ask. It bends for those who build. You need to understand this. No one's going to push your dream forward for you. No one is going to carry the weight of your vision. It's your responsibility, your burden, your flame. But here's the beauty of it. When you stop waiting, you start walking. When you move without crutches, you discover strength you never knew you had. Because real power doesn't come from outside. It comes from a quiet conviction, an inner fire that says, "I'll go, even if I have to go alone." Clarity is the blade that cuts through doubt. Want to move forward? Then stop seeking certainty in other people's eyes. See what you want so clearly that even in the dark, you can still take the next step. Vision isn't what you see with your eyes open. It's what you see when your eyes are closed. Most people are blind because they spend too much time looking sideways. They believe in other people's fears more than their own instincts. That's why they stay stuck, because they handed the wheel of their life to people who never even learned to drive their own. You need to become the architect of your own reality. Not just dream, but design. Sketch. Build structure. Lay brick by brick. With discipline. Because discipline is what turns desire into results. A dream without discipline is just a pretty fantasy. Look at every great name in history and you'll see. None of them were carried. None were pushed. They pulled themselves up, sometimes tearing through their own flesh, if that's what it took. Lincoln was rejected dozens of times before being elected. Edison failed thousands of times before lighting the world. Oprah was fired for not being good enough for TV. And now, they're legends, because they were unshakable. Life doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most consistent. Those who rise when they're alone, those who keep going when everyone else quits, those who learn in silence, who train without an audience, who believe even when no one else does. Stop waiting. Your worth isn't found in applause. It's found in your ability to move forward when the silence is deafening, when everything is against you, when you have every reason to quit. And still, you keep going, because that's what separates dreamers from builders, the hopeful from the relentless, the ones who wish, and the ones who do, the ones who wait, and the ones who become. So the question is, will you keep waiting, or will you become unshakable? Being unshakable doesn't mean being perfect. It means rising, even full of flaws. It means taking action, even while afraid. It means moving forward, even with no guarantees. Giants don't walk without pain. They walk with purpose. What drives them isn't certainty, it's vision. You don't need the world to embrace you. You need to embrace your own journey. Stop romanticizing support and start building, step by step, with what you have today. Because what you have is enough to start. And starting is the only thing that separates someday from now. Don't wait for courage. Move with whatever strength you have left. Courage is born in motion. It's not a prerequisite. It's a result. It shows up the moment you take the first step. But as long as you stand still, waiting to feel ready, you'll watch life slip through your hands. Being unshakable means living with the certainty that you might be shattered inside, but still, you won't back down. That you might be exhausted, but still, you won't quit. That you might be alone, but still, you'll keep going. Because your mission is bigger than your pain. And when you become that kind of person, the world feels it. Doors begin to open. Not because things got easier, but because you got stronger. Opportunities don't knock for those who wait. They run toward those who build. So now, get up. Stop asking for permission to be who you were born to be. Stop negotiating your dreams with people who gave up on theirs. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. The future doesn't belong to those who hesitate. It belongs to those who act, to those who burn bridges, break patterns, and make noise with their results. Be that person. Be it now. Be unshakable. You're not here to please anyone. You're here to answer a calling. There's a greater reason behind your daily awakening, and it's not found in likes, praise, or recognition. It lives in the impact you leave behind even when no one's watching. Because real legacy isn't built under spotlights. It's forged in the darkness of discipline. You want respect? Then be the kind of person who acts with integrity when no one is watching. Who chooses what's right, even when it's hard. Who keeps pushing forward, even when their soul begs for rest. Because the greatest men and women in history weren't celebrated for shortcuts. They were remembered for standing firm in what they believed. Being unshakable doesn't mean being tough all the time. It means knowing when to resist and when to adjust. It's having the wisdom to adapt without losing your core, to change the route without abandoning the destination. Flexibility is emotional intelligence, and those who master it are the ones still standing when everyone else has fallen. If the world challenges you, challenge it back. But do it with strategy, with purpose, with vision. Don't react impulsively. Respond with clarity. Empires are not built by those who explode at every criticism. They're built by those who listen, filter, and move forward more focused than ever. There's a kind of strength that doesn't scream. It doesn't need to prove anything. It simply moves, steady, solid, faithful to its mission. That kind of strength is the most powerful of all. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. And because of that, it's unbreakable. While many live trying to fit in, You were born to break through. While others lose themselves trying to please, you're here to lead. To lead your mind, your time, your life. Because no one can take away what you've built inside. And if it all collapses, you rebuild. Because those who built themselves from the ground up are never afraid to start over. They know the way. They've felt the pain. And more than anything, they trust their ability to reinvent themselves again and again. You don't need anyone's permission to begin. You just need a decision. The life you want won't be handed to you. It will be earned with sweat, with patience, with intensity, with soul. And one day, when people look at you and say, "He got lucky," you'll smile inside. Because you'll remember the sleepless nights, the closed doors, the silent tears. And you'll know luck had nothing to do with it. It was strength. It was faith. It was focus. Be unshakable. Everything you want is on the other side of consistency. It's not about bursts of motivation. It's about repetition. It's about waking up every day and saying, "I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I still believe." Even when it's hard. Even when doubt creeps in. Even when every part of you wants to quit. The difference between those who make it and those who don't often comes down to one thing: resilience. Holding on a little longer. Pushing one more inch. Taking a deep breath and trying again. It's not glamorous. It's not loud. But it works. Success belongs to those who keep going, even when they're hurting. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop looking for ready-made formulas. Start building a foundation so solid that not even the fiercest storm can shake it. That's where real freedom is born. Freedom to think, to create, to live a life that actually makes sense. While the weak complain about the weight, the strong train with it. While the insecure wait for permission, the determined carve their own path. While the fearful imagine 1,000 reasons to fail, the unshakable only need one reason to keep going. And if life is hard on you, be grateful, because every struggle hides a gift: resilience, clarity, strength. Every fall is an invitation to rise stronger. Every no is a step toward the yes that will change everything. You didn't come this far to live small. You came to leave a mark, to turn pain into power, fear into movement, silence into victory, to inspire others simply by showing up, to prove that it's possible, even when it seems impossible. So keep going. Keep going when you're tired. Keep going when no one's watching. Keep going when everything inside you says it's not worth it. Because it's at that very point, right there, where the unshakable are born. It's not about having support. It's about becoming your own support. For yourself. For your future. For everything you believe in. Be unshakable. Until the end.